to answer some questions that have come up since this COVID-19 and how it has affected a lot of industries right across the world. So one of the industries that have a lot of questions during this time is obviously real estate. There are people that still need to sell their home. There are still people that need to buy a home during this time, and real estate is an essential service, so we are still up and running, though we're having to do business a little bit different than we've done in the past. So I've got some people have asked questions about how we are managing during this time, and often the question comes up is, are you still showing homes during this COVID-19? And the answer is yes, we are still showing homes, but there's a little bit different criteria and a little bit different way about going about business than we've done in the past. So that's the purpose of this video today. I'll be discussing the different protocols and how we are able to help buyers and sellers during this time of COVID. Stay tuned. So during this time of COVID, there are certain criteria that all realtors are making sure that their buyers qualify for during this time, to make sure that we're only showing homes to buyers that are willing and able to write offers if the right home comes up. So the number one step for buyers is to make sure that you have your mortgage approval in place. We will still write offers subject to financing, but we just want to make sure that any home that we're showing you during this time is within the parameters that your mortgage lender or mortgage broker has given you for the price range of a home that you're wanting to buy. So once you have that in place, talk to your realtor, give them the price range that has been approved for you, and we'll set you up on a search for properties that are within your criteria in the area that you're wanting to find a home, how many bedrooms, and all of your search criteria. We'll put it together and be sending you a list of all the homes that match your criteria. So if you're not already on a search for the Victoria area or the Island South, go into the information down below here. I've got a link direct to my website, and you can go ahead and set up your own search right then and there. So I've made it easy for you if you want to set up your search today. The second thing is if you find a property that matches all of your criteria and it looks to be an interesting home for you, is to ask me for all of the property information that is on file for the home. So what our next step is then to narrow down the homes that are on your list, to make sure that we're doing our criteria and our searching and narrowing down before we go out and looking at homes. So I encourage my buyers to review the floor plan. Does the floor plan work for you and your family? Do a Google Street View. Review all of the documents that are on file for the property. And if anything comes up that you need questions about or investigating about, now's the time to take care of those, to eliminate the properties that you know that's not going to work for you. Often properties during this time, there's more realtors are having the virtual 360 tour on the homes, and that's a great way to view homes. You get to spin around, see the room, you can go room by room and really get a feel for the layout of the home. So I really encourage that if the homes do come with that feature, to be able to have a look, see all the rooms through the 360 tour. And then the next step would be to do a drive-by of the home. You know, if the home is high upon a hill and has a very steep driveway, and you know that maybe you've got mobility issues and that's not going to work for you, so we can eliminate those homes right off the bat. Or if it's near a commercial area and you wanted something a little bit more rural. So doing a drive-by of the area will really narrow down the homes that are the most interesting for you and that meet most of the criteria you're looking for. And once you've done that, the next step then would be to book a showing with your realtor. And so then there would be some showing protocols that the realtors have put in place once we get to that point. Obviously, you know, you would have to not be sick, not be around anyone that has been sick or traveled in the last 14 days. So that is really important. And if you meet that criteria, then we'll book a showing for the home. I come prepared with gloves and hand sanitizer, and only the people that would be on title for the property would be the ones that would be allowed to come and see the home. So we're asking parents to make arrangements for their children, no children during the showing. And even though you might want grandma and grandpa to come and have a look at the home with you, if grandma and grandpa are not on title, then we're saying no, just the people that will be on title will be the ones that would be allowed to come into the home. Though you're welcome to do a FaceTime or video messenger with your other family members to include them on the tour, but just do it virtually. And then the other thing we would do is keeping our showing times as short as possible while we're in the home. So we'll tour the home, and then any discussions about the home we will do outside of the home, just to keep our exposure inside of any of the homes cut down and limited as much as possible. A lot of sellers are leaving their lights on and doors open so that we can avoid a lot of the extra touching of the high touch surfaces. So that's been really helpful for the sellers that have their home prepared that way, and all we have to do is just open up the front door, tour the home without touching anything, and then leave the home the same way that we found it. And then for people that are, perhaps you live out of town and it just, it's not, doesn't make sense for you to travel to Victoria, or maybe you're not able to travel at all during this time. So if you are not able to travel, or you're out of town, or maybe you have health concerns and you just don't feel safe at all going into someone else's home. So in those circumstances, what I will do for my clients is I will set up a video tour of the home. I attend the home, I walk through the home with you on video so we can discuss the home. I can let you know my observations as we're walking through the home. So that is something that I offer for my clients. So I hope that you find this helpful. If you have any questions about viewing homes during this time, feel free to comment down below or send me an email. I'm happy to answer your questions. And to everybody out there, I hope you stay safe and healthy, and we'll get through this together.